Still Sunday. I just got back from my apartment. I went shopping because I need something to eat. It's almost midnight and I was like walking around my apartment and I stepped in something and I heard like a little splash and I was like, what the fuck is that? And literally, oh my god, my apartment is fucking flooding. And so I came over here and it looks like I have no idea how this happened. I literally have no idea. I mean, it's basically impossible that it came from my apartment because there's nothing water related in this entire vicinity. And so it's too late for this shit, man. All the walls seem fine. My clothes are fine. The ceilings are fine. But like you can see the water coming up through here in the corner. And then if you go over into the bathroom, you can see the water. Maybe you can see the water down at the trim, and it's like, damn, maybe it's all the snow that we got, but this is a little disappointing. I mean, this building is really new, like not very well made, I guess. So right now I'm headed to an outdoor warehouse because the one main thing that I'm missing is the running vest. And really, I should have already had that because I need to start training with it. I need to start hydrating during my long runs specifically. But I really don't want to order it online because, I mean, if it doesn't fit me, then like, fuck. You know, it's a whole thing, but I think I might have to. I think I might have to order it online. But we're going to go check it out. And then we're also going to go check out this store to see if I can get an attachment for this. And then probably grab something to eat. I haven't eaten anything yet today, so yeah. So I also switched up where I put the camera. I put it down here because it was a lot easier to set up and it seems pretty stable right now. I kept trying to put it on the handle on the passenger side door, but it kept falling, it kept tipping over. I couldn't find the right angle and it was just pissing me off, so I just put it down here. I really don't know how that's gonna look, but I really need to buy like a specific attachment because I seem to be talking a lot in my car, so it'd be good if I buy a specific attachment to put it on my passenger door. I thought about putting it on the headrest on my passenger seat, but no, it's just too far back and the angle is weird. Yeah, I guess this will have to do for now. Nothing at backcountry. I looked through the options. There were a lot of expensive options, like way outside of my budget range. I have one saved online. The problem is that a lot of the ones that I was looking at, they don't come with the bottles, like the flasks, and so that's really what I need. And so I'll probably just end up ordering it online. All right, so I finally got something for this. The woman at this shop was really helpful. I mean, I was in and out in like 5 minutes. I made a decision in like 5 minutes, and so it looks really nice. I'd say probably use it for more like a statement piece. Probably not more casual use, but she did a really nice knot at the back that's adjustable. I've never seen this knot before, surprisingly. And so this is really nice. Exactly what I was looking for, really. So I'm on my way to work right now. I stopped by my apartment for a minute because I wanted to grab my food and my laptop and such. And this guy, one of the maintenance guys, was working on the paint in my apartment. The part that got fucked up from the water damage. He was a super cool dude, really nice, but whenever I opened the door, he had this look of like, oh shit. Like, he definitely didn't expect me to be there, but he was really nice, and I gave him one of my custard cream buns. I got like this custard cream bun from a bakery at Chinatown, and yeah, I gave him one of those. He was super cool. He was like, I was like, here, can you take this? And he was like, oh, I mean, I can't say no to food. I was like, that's the spirit. Anyway, I went to Chinatown to this bakery. I like this bakery. And there's this girl who works there. She works not at the bakery, but at a different shop nearby. And I keep finding excuses to go there. But I really want to ask her out. But the problem is that she's always busy. And obviously, like, I'm not I'm not like super smooth with it, you know? I mean, I don't have a lot of game, especially in front of other people, because I mean, yeah, I get nervous like everyone else, but I need to stop making excuses and actually ask her out, because it would be better for me if I were to either give up on it or actually ask her out, because, you know, sitting in the in-between of like, oh, I don't know if I should ask her out, I don't know if I should just give up, it's just like torturing yourself. And then I keep finding stupid excuses to go there, and it's like, at this point it's weird, you know? At this point it's weird. And so yeah, maybe next time, maybe not, who knows. It's finally time for bed. It's 2:46 in the morning. Sometimes these edits just take forever, and yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I'm getting better at it, but I'm also at the same time I'm adding more, you know, as I go, because I'm getting better at editing. And so yeah, it's taking forever. But other than that, you know, the biggest problem that I have with staying up late is, you know, the fact that I also get up later, because I typically don't set an alarm since I work second shift. This means that typically I'm skipping breakfast, which is a big problem, because if I'm skipping breakfast, then I'm not eating enough in the day, which means that I'm probably losing weight. And so yeah, really the biggest problem is just getting in enough food through the day if I stay up late. And I'm trying to stay on top of it, but it's so difficult, because I mean, realistically, I just don't have that big of an appetite most of the time anyway. And so eating a lot is just not really my thing. Sometimes I can sit down and eat a lot of food, but it's just, you know, it's not something that I really enjoy doing that much. So it'll get better, you know. I'm focusing a lot on running, and it's taking up a lot of my time. So, you know, once this challenge is over, then I'll have a little more time to do as I wish. And so I'm still trying to think of what I should do after the challenge, but I'm not really focusing on it too much, because, you know, right now my focus should be on completing this challenge first. The thing that I'm most afraid of is, you know, as soon as I finish the challenge, I'm just gonna kind of like sink back into my old habits, and that's really what I want to avoid, because you know, the whole point of this challenge was to build up my confidence and build up my discipline so that I could go pursue other bigger goals. And so as soon as I finish this challenge, I want to just jump right into the next challenge, you know, don't waste any time, and, you know, maybe give myself a week or something. But realistically, the whole point of this is to just keep the momentum going. So today's Tuesday. Typically on Tuesdays, I'll do my, you know, shorter, easier run. And now that I have the Garmin, I can actually track my heart rate. And so what that means is I can spend a lot of time in zone 2. And yeah, I haven't really done a lot of zone 2 training, but now that I'm getting into it, it's so frustrating, because I mean, your heart rate is going to go up by, you know, like my zone 2 would be like 145 upper level, but as soon as I go above that, I need to stop and like start walking for my heart rate to go down. And so it's so frustrating, because even at such a slow pace, like 14 minutes per mile, like it's just so incredibly slow. And so yeah, a lot of my runs need to be in zone 2. And so most of my runs are going to be frustrating like that. More like boring. Maybe boring is a better word for it. But at the same time, you know, it's not as taxing on my body, and, you know, it's teaching me how to keep my heart rate low over longer distances. So that's really what I need for long distance running. If, you know, if I'm spending like 2 hours in zone 3, zone 4, I'm not really training for ultras. You know, I'm kind of training for like faster races, and it's just not going to cut it for an ultra. I was making a sauce for my chicken before I left, and I forgot that I had a tiny bottle of cloves in the back. They've been in there for a while, and I opened it and took a big whiff, and bro, it's so fucking strong. It was like whenever you walk into a perfume store and all the all the senses just hit you at once, and I literally can't get it out of my nose. Like, I smell it everywhere I go now. It was like, yeah, it's like smelling salts or something. I mean, Jesus. So I finally took the time to figure out what's been wrong with my laptop. I was gonna do a whole reset of my laptop just to like clean the storage, but it wouldn't even let me do that because I didn't have enough storage to reset it. I didn't know that was the thing. And I've literally been losing my fucking mind over this. But finally I found it. I figured out what the problem was. I have this file here. It's 746 gigabytes big. 746 gigabytes. So apparently whenever you're editing in DaVinci Resolve, it has a cache folder. And if you're using optimized media, stuff like that, then it puts all of that information into a folder. And I hadn't realized that they were so large. And so I have 746 gigabytes worth of data that's just sitting here, not being used. And that's where all of my problems have been. This is literally so frustrating because I've had to keep deleting my apps. But the problem is that I delete apps and then, of course, I edit a video. And then for some reason, I still don't have any storage after I edit a video. That should have been like a key factor in that. I should have been like, oh, maybe that's the problem. But really, I'm not that tech savvy. It's funny that I say that because I work in IT, but I'm really not that tech savvy. And so, but we're learning one step at a time. I'm still gonna reset my laptop just so I have a fresh restart. But now I know after I finish projects, I should probably reset the cache, just delete all of that, and then should be good to go. Out here hammering out our Thursday run. Today we're doing 90 minutes. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to focus on that. Averaging around 145 to 155 heart rate because that's around zone 3. And if you're running in zone 3, you know, that helps your aerobic capacity. I did a zone 2 run earlier this week, and so I'll do another easy light jog tomorrow, and then on Saturday, probably between zone 2 and zone 3, long run, maybe 2.5 hours. So that's the idea. That run was really nice. I did like 7.5 miles, and ever since I started running from heart rate rather than, you know, from pace or from mileage, I mean, I've been feeling a lot better, you know, because I've been pushing myself a lot less. And so, you know, my joints aren't taking as much damage, which is great. Right now, I'm rushing to a local gym so that I can take a shower because it's 2:16 and oh man, I'm gonna be late to work, but that's all right. I got my run in. That was my main concern today, and realistically, at work, I can get in my workout in the gym, which will be good. That's typically how I balance things out, but sometimes I have so much work at work, obviously because it's work, that I just can't get into the gym. And so it's okay, but I'd rather go to the gym. But sometimes, you know, I'm up really late working, you know, more work. And whenever I'm working, you know, I have to stay up later, or no, sorry, I have to sleep later. And so I don't have as much time the next day to do things. So realistically, the run is my top priority, and then gym is my second priority. And, you know, trying to get to work on time so I still have a job. So I bought this plant so that my desk could look, you know, a little more natural, and I like plants, you know. It just makes everything feel a little more homey. And recently in the office, they put these, I guess today, I didn't notice them, but they're completely fake. But it makes everything look nicer, I guess. But at the same time, I mean, there's just a different feel about real plants, you know? You know, if someone puts fake plants in the office, I understand that someone has to take care of them, but, you know, I mean, if you find something that doesn't need a lot of care, you know, something that doesn't need a lot of light, a lot of water, then it's really not that difficult to take care of them. But yeah, I wish they would put real plants in here, but nope.